Miss Kath.
How is everybody?
Oh, what up, Billy Billy?
What's up, Sean?
Wow,
What's
doing
up,
good, brother.
Kathy?
Hey,
I get to
Bill.
see you both in person here in a few days.
Uh-huh.
Yay.
What
I
a
know.
weird concept.
What a weird we're coming to your state.
Yay.
We got, hey, Lisa, how are you today? Lisa, you there?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to work my phone. Oh,
Oh,
here we go.
there you go. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks.
It's my first time plugging in with the Freedom team, so I'm looking forward to meeting y'all
Yay. Where are you located?
in Nashville.
Oh, me too.
Oh, good. Good.
Yes, so good. Did Kelly bring you on?
My direct upline is Paul Zorich and then Jay Nelson.
Oh, fantastic.
And how did you hear about the what we're doing here today? How'd you hear about this?
I got a text message that said that there's a meeting today, and I really am looking forward to plugging into a group of people that resonate with me a little bit more than I've found so far. So
Okay,
that's what I'm looking for.
got you. When you say found so far, you've been plugging into some other.
Yeah, I've been plugging into a couple of other groups, a little local here, and then some in Atlanta. But yeah, so I'm looking to develop. Um, something with another group.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah, so you must be plugging into some Grow Global, maybe in Atlanta.
Maybe. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, if Paul brought you in, then you're part of my group as well.
Good.
So there's Paul and then Jay. Paul, me, and then Jay. So
Oh, good.
or somewhere in that line. But anyway, we're glad you're here. And
Thank you.
just so you know, we meet today is just an open collaboration day, and it varies how many agents show up. And all we talk about is there's not any given topic. It's just what any agent wants to bring up, wants to talk about, what they're struggling with, right? If they have any questions, any of that stuff. And then on Tuesdays, we have actually a direct training that we do. And it's always very good. And I've got to take this call. I'm so sorry. Y'all, one of y'all take over from there.
Yeah, hey Lisa, I was gonna say in the chat, can you see the chat right now?
Now let's see. I usually am on my laptop, so this is
Yeah, a little different from the phone. Yeah.
yeah.
If you get a minute there in the chat,
Mhm.
I just put, like she was starting to tell you, we do 4 Zooms a week.
Oh,
You're part
good.
of the Freedom team.
Hmm.
I was fortunate and blessed enough to sponsor Jay. So you flow up through us as well. But I put in there, we have 4 meetings every day, Monday through Thursday at the same time on this same Zoom link.
Great.
And Tuesday, Wednesday kind of favors production. Like we said, today's called Connect to Collaborate, almost like being in the office around the water cooler. A lot of people come on if they're newer, might ask any kind of question, or you got to struggle with the listing, whatever it might be.
Great.
We got several veterans on here right now. Jeff's been in the business for over 20 years, Kathy over 20 years. Andy, when I came here, you over a decade? How long, how many years for you?
In sales, probably 35 years, but in real estate, just since 2014.
Okay. So
Me
you're
too.
7 years as well. And I'm about 8 years. Bill's about eight. So, and how long you been in real estate, Lisa?
About the same time, about 2014, end of 2014, and sales, many years doing different sales and
Okay.
public relations. So
And you mind me asking, where were you beforehand? What was the main reason you got pulled over here? What did you see that pulled you over?
I was with a local brokerage, and Paul and Lisa Zorich have been really good friends of my husband and mine since we moved to Nashville from California.
Okay.
And so when Paul made the move, he talked about how big the company was getting, EXP, and it just made sense. So I've been with EXP. I came to EXP probably 7 years ago, and then I left a couple of years after that, went back to that smaller brokerage. I thought I could get more money, basically, because it was 100% quote unquote. Um, but then I came back because there was really no the business plan wasn't long term, and some of the things that the EXP offers, like the CRM and training and
Yeah,
everything. So nothing for nothing, right?
you got it. You got it. And do you mind me asking, production wise, is that your main focus, and what's sort of your goal? What are you shooting for here in 25?
25 has been a very challenging year for me anyway. It's I usually cap my anniversary's in March, and I usually cap by August. And I'm about 90% right now. So it's been a challenging year for my particular business. So usually I close about 30 a year, 30 transactions a year. This year it's been about 24 so far.
Okay.
So, the market has been challenging.
Yeah, yeah, to say the least. Yeah, we've got some serious veterans on here that are doing phenomenal. I know
Mhm.
Jeff right now. Jeff, did I hear you just say the other day you're having one of the best years you've had in a while?
We've had a good year. Yeah, it's
That's
been
awesome.
it's been busy. It's been really busy. So
Yeah. Well, there's all kinds of things, Lisa, to plug in to. The big one Kathy was starting to tell you about is on Tuesdays. So yesterday morning, we generally have an icon agent. I'm sure you're familiar with that.
Mhm.
Come on just about every Tuesday, other than the first Tuesday, we have an AI expert who's been coming on for the last 13 or 14 months. And all he is AI and real estate. And he updates us with the greatest. So we've got about 13 one-hour videos of a playlist of AI from beginning to scratch on how to use it for real estate. We can turn you on to our YouTube channel. We'll put that in here.
Great. Thank you.
Tuesday mornings when the icon agents come in and train, not to steal Jeff's thunder here, but his testimony always is every year, Jeff and Kathy, they kind of lead the Tuesday. They reach out and find icon agents to come in. And I love Jeff always says, because he's the moderator, he has to listen in. But because of
Mhm.
that, every year for the last few years, he adds at least 10 additional deals from what he learns on a Tuesday and goes and implements.
Wow.
We're talking, would you like, I think you said about almost 150 grand extra in the last
last year,
year.
yeah,
Yeah.
the last couple years, it's been that way for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just from the Tuesdays, Lisa.
Just
So you
ideas. You'll pick up things. I mean, every week. It might not be a topic I've I for my thing, I just 23 years of doing it, I'm not looking to grow my business. I mean, we have plenty of business right now, my wife and I, with what we're doing and the rev share that we get with the EXP, and like
Sure.
we're pulling back if anything, and but you'll just pick up these ideas. We're talking about probates. I'm not looking to do probates, but all of a sudden here's an agent in Louisville that throws out an idea. You're like, well, there's something I never thought about.
Right.
And next thing you know, so every week I just tell people, like, put it on your schedule, get there, come, be there on Tuesdays, whether the topic interests you or not, you're going to pick up some nuggets. So
Perfect.
that's what happens. So yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would imagine, Lisa, are you jumping in on at least it's I don't know if it's 8:30 a.m. I think Central Time on Jay Nelson, where I know he has a get
Yes.
together on. Okay, you jump on that because that's like
Mhm.
50 to 100, right? And that,
Right.
yeah, okay. So you're getting pretty plugged in. This is just another group that Jay flows up to, and then we
Exactly.
all flow up to Rob Flick and Gene Frederick.
Right.
Okay, so you kind of got the structure of it. So yeah, feel free to come to any of these Zooms, throw out any ideas, questions, whatever. We're all here to kind of powwow.
Thank you so much.
You bet. You bet. Caesar. Hey, Caesar, you hear me, brother? Hey, can you give us an update? I know you've been at the funnels now for a couple months. I'm just kind of curious, hadn't heard the latest update. How's it going?
We're getting calls, we're getting leads. Yeah, we had an issue on our end with our Facebook because we used to have another business.
Yeah.
So it kind of so for a week it was weird. For a week we didn't see any leads, and we were like, "What's going on?" So yeah, it ended up being that we had to fix our issue, but we're back again. Actually, I turned off the camera because I've been getting calls from the leads. So
Yeah.
it's
Good.
going good.
Very good. Very good. Got anything moving toward the closing table anytime soon?
No, not yet. I spoke to two people and, just put them on the deck for about 3 months. They'll be ready in 3 months. So,
Okay.
yeah, so it was two people.
Very good. Very good. Well, appreciate it, brother. Hey,
Yeah.
Will, how are you doing, sir? I don't think I've met you.
Hello. Yeah, I don't think so as well. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing well, doing well. What market are you in?
I'm in Michigan, near Detroit.
Ah, very good. And how long you been a part of the Freedom Team or EXP?
Just for maybe 2 weeks.
Ah,
Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah.
about 2 weeks.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. And you mind me asking, where'd you come from and what pulled you over?
I
Me?
came from yeah, definitely Andy and Tim brought me over. Yeah, what pulled me over to EXP, just like Elise had said before, was with EXP previously years ago. Was never on a team before. So when I saw Andy and Tim's video about the team and the Freedom Team and how we can actually help you grow and just get plugged in more than just being out there as a solo agent, uh, brought me back into it to see about, doing more and hearing about the different funnels and the marketing definitely intrigued me on joining back up.
Yeah, it's so interesting when I talk to agents that we're looking to attract and they're at 100%. What you're really talking about by the time you go through everything is, do you think you would do one or two, at least one or two additional deals if you came over here? Because that obviously offsets the 16K. And almost everybody, once they dig in and see what we're doing, you're going to add way more than a couple transactions by just being here. So, and I think Jeff's a good backup for that because he was at 100%, I think, before we came over. Kathy, were
Yeah.
you the same way? Yeah, both of them were at 100%, and now they're both over 100% and haven't looked back. They don't have to pay anything by the time the year's over. What they receive back in stock and rev share offsets the 16 plus the additional transactions they're doing. So it's a huge advantage, I think, for most agents to be here if you plug in. And I think you nailed it. So when you guys were both here, you both kind of worked with a solo agent who brought you over. You weren't really part of a group. Was that both your background? Okay. Because I'm starting to call agents who were with EXP in the past. And that's why I like asking those questions. What brought you back? So a lot of times you think the grass is greener by going to 100%, and I think you find out they don't have the tools and systems to help you grow as much. And we see a lot of agents coming back. What was the stat? Because I know we had nine something people. How many people were coming back from EXP on a daily basis?
It was like 9 a day coming back. Yeah, who had left?
9.1. Yep.
That is amazing.
I'm sorry, 9.1.
That's right. Don't forget that.
Point
Point one.
one. Hey, Will, I want to ask you a question, and I wish I wasn't on this call so you could, because I want you to be brutally honest. I'm serious. Be brutally honest. Forget I'm on this call, but I want you to just tell us, are you getting the help that you were promised whenever you came aboard? I mean, are you getting the actual help?
Yeah, actually, I am, and that's the thing. I've talked to Andy way more than I ever talked to really anybody else before when I was on EXP. So yeah, definitely getting the help, getting the questions answered, different tips that's gonna help me, grow that YouTube channel and stuff like that. So, oh yeah, it's definitely getting the help that I need, and the even though there's a lot of stuff coming at me, it's they helping me, filter it through to try to stay focused on the process and not just the shiny objects that pop up every now and again.
Yeah, no doubt.
Good deal.
How long you been in real estate, Will?
Whew. Got my license back '09. So yeah,
Okay.
I've been a while. Uh,
What's a typical year for you? Like what production wise, what do you do normally?
well, since I was pretty much doing solo on my own, I anywhere range from 10, 15. A lot of times it's more like part-time, because I was married, 4 kids, my wife wasn't working, so when the real estate wasn't kicking up, I had to leave full
Right.
time and get a full-time job to try
Yeah.
to make sure my bills are paid.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. What's your goal? Like for the next 12 months, next couple years, what would your goal be? Where do you want to get it to?
I would like to see around 80 in GCI.
Okay,
Um, and it according to the numbers, it seemed like working with Andy, I definitely can get there. So
for sure.
that's what looking forward to that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, plugging into these different systems and things, you
Yep.
can. There's no limit to where you could go. There really
That's
isn't. I mean, it's just any limits that we put on ourselves is all up here.
That's right.
I mean, what you can take it as far as you want to go if you just get again, get around the right people, right systems, right tools, right ideas, different things, you can go to wherever you want to go with it. You really can. And so,
Yeah, and that's the thing for me sometimes because I've been in it for so long and I never really hit that mark. To hear it, it's like I hear it and I know it can be done. That's why I never gave up on real estate. I know it can be done. It's just I need to I just haven't had the way to get there.
yeah.
Yeah.
One of the
It
things that I
also could
learned
have been,
go ahead, I'm
I
sorry.
was just going to say, it also could have been that you got your license when you were 10, because in '09, good grief, dude, you look 25.
Well, thank you.
I need to eat what you're eating.
No, I was just going to say, I think one of the things that I learned, well, 6 months after I got my license, I went to a conference, and a lot of people on here know this story because I tell it, but Craig Proctor. And so Craig was the number one Remax agent in the world at the time. And I bought into a website system that was part of his program. I didn't know who he was. I'd never heard of Craig. I've been in the business for, literally less than a month when I found his website, because my first broker was very old school. I was just trying to find ways to not do door knocking and not do cold calling and just all the stuff that I was being taught, So find this website really worked, but I went to his seminar and got around these big, huge agents and paid, $20,000 a year for 9 years to be part of his coaching program. And he had an excellent program. And I think a lot of these programs are good. Tom Ferry, Brian Buffini, they're all good. I mean, just most people go to those conferences and you get all rah fired up and you come back and just keep doing what you've been doing. Nothing changes, So you shouldn't, what's the point of even going to the conference? I just came back and just put it all into place and but had that weekly coaching calls and had weekly accountability and had, help with ads and just different things. I learned marketing, and that's basically what's available here. If you plug into all the things we're doing, it's like you get that on a weekly basis, And because of all that, though, 2.5 years after I got my license, I broke into the top 20 here in my market, which is Colorado Springs, about 5,000 agents, And so, and here's the thing, I'm at this little tiny company called A1 Real Estate Professionals. There's 5 agents, and I'm in the top 20 in town 2.5 years after I got my license. Like, how's that even possible? Like, I learned very quickly that I'm the brand. You're the brand, Will. EXP isn't the brand. Remax isn't the brand. Keller Williams isn't the brand. You're the brand. Because again, here I am, top 20 in town at this little company that nobody's ever heard of. I just learned that. And I set myself apart because I learned marketing. And you're going to get a lot of ideas coming here every week on ways to set yourself apart. Because you got to, again, it's like, I don't know, I'd walk into a listing appointment and, the number one agent in town had met with them and they're meeting with 3 other agents and I'm one of them and they hire me. I've been in business for a year and nobody's ever heard of me, but they hire me. It's because I learned marketing. I learned I had different things in place to make myself stand out in the crowd, And so, and we teach and train on all that kind of stuff here, So it's just, and I will tell you one of the things when I looked at EXP 7 years ago, Sean's the one that showed me, as I did my due diligence, all those guys I was part of Craig Proctor's program with for 9 years, they're all here. Every one of them. Brent Gove, Jay Kinder, Michael Reese. I could go down, Tom Davis. I could go down the list of agents that are here that are huge agents and that were part of Craig's program. They're all here. And I just knew okay, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. So, we moved over, my wife and I here pretty quick. And I didn't think I would. I was a 100% company. I was tired of giving away all my money to all these, whatever. And not that the brokers don't deserve something, but I was paying all this money and I wasn't using any of the tools that people offered. So, here we are, and it's been such a great move. But so there's no limits to where you can go. Get around the right people, plug in every week, and you're going to learn little things that you can do, marketing things, especially like just, again, ways to make yourself stand out. Because going into a listing appointment, why should they hire you? They're talking to for their realtors. Why should they hire you? And we all need to grab hold of that. Like I've got to have something to give to them other than just, I'm going to work hard for you. What does that even mean? Every agent's going to say that, I'm a great agent. You got to have things to show. Please hire me. I need to feed my family. That's not going to work. It's like there's got to be some good reasons why they hire you. And so I learned all that stuff, through that program. And so anyway, you'll pick up a lot of that kind of stuff here coming every week. So,
and I'll throw out to both of you guys again, just being that you're fairly new, at least to what we're doing with the Freedom Team. I just put in there 7 top tip strategies to generate leads. It's really 9 of them, but 6 of those don't cost any money. And then you're familiar with the funnels, and now you're familiar with YouTube and what else going on with Andy. So the other thing I'd mention, while both you guys are, as you stay involved in this and plug in, if you keep feeling like, oh my gosh, this is truly amazing, the support I'm getting, the tools I can use, let that enthusiasm rub off on you. Probably both have some agents that you're close to, as long as you've both been in the industry. You know that you can just a simple phone call, talking to them, whatever it might be, and talking about what you're experiencing since you've come over might be an easy way while your enthusiasm's up. And if it's not feeling it right now, come for the next week or two, you start feeling it when you're having a conversation with some of your agent friends and just simply sharing what you're experiencing. It might be an easy way to pull them over, pull Andy onto a phone call, Jeff, myself, Kathy, we're all here to help you also, if you want to, attract a handful of agents, right? You guys, are you both aware that if you just have one agent come over and we help them cap, they plug into the same systems you're plugging into, that's $4,000 to you. And you're helping that agent grow their production like you guys. So just planting that seed as well. Several of us on here have some pretty large organizations, several hundred. A couple of us have over 1,000 agents on the group. So they're plugging into what we're doing at the Freedom Team. So if you guys continue to like what you see, feel open to just go have coffee with one of your ex-agent friends and just you guys chat from a high level, and you might be able to just quickly share your story of what you're experiencing. Because this is what I continue to hear when I talk to agents and they join and they start plugging in. Almost all of them are like, okay, wow, I've never experienced anything like this. The camaraderie, the culture, everybody's willing to help me. That's normally what I hear from agents coming over. They've never experienced something like this when they start coming to these Zooms every day. So just other thoughts that you guys could also increase your income if you wanted to by attracting a handful of agents. And we're all here to help you with a three-way call, jump on a Zoom, share the information about EXP, whatever we can do to help. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, five agents. Just think of this minimal number. 5 agents a year over the next 5 years will completely change your life.
Yeah.
I mean, completely change your life.
Multiple 6 figures a year in passive income. That's what that equates to.
And both you guys go to that link, save that as a favorite, freedomteamsupport.com. That is our website, and you'll see Kathy, Jeff, myself, Andy, and a couple others. Everybody's phone numbers are on there, emails are on there, so feel free to reach out to any of us at any time. But it's on that website. Kind of scroll down and you'll see all of our contact info, along with the different Zoom meetings that we do every day. We'll update what's the next one coming up, and we'll promote that, who's going to be training what on Tuesday, that kind of thing.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
You bet.
And I just take us. I mean, seriously, I'm about 3/4 of the way through Andy's YouTube course. I'm redoing my whole YouTube channel based on what he's teaching. It's a phenomenal course. Keep working through that, Will. Because that is something. It's not leads overnight. Although I will tell you this, Andy, just to share this with you, Miguel Fernandez. He's not on here today, but he joined me. He's out of Houston, Texas. He moved over here about, I don't know, probably 4 months ago now. And he's building out his funnels. And part of building out the funnels is putting together a YouTube playlist. And one of his very first videos that he posted, somebody called him off of that video, and he's already closed with them. I mean, so that's not the norm, but it happens. You know what I mean? It's just, it can happen. Somebody saw that video and they liked Miguel. They connected with him. They called him up and, hey, I saw your video, whatever. And they ended up talking, and he showed him some homes and got them under contract that closed. It came from one of his very first videos. I mean, again, not the norm, but it happens, and to build that out, video is king, and it's only going to continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And agents who aren't doing anything with YouTube are missing the boat. I'm just telling you. The 80-20 rule in real estate is changing. It's more of a 90-10 rule at this point. 10% of the agents are doing 90% of the business. And that's only going to continue. And I think it's the agents who are keeping up with video and AI and technology and getting ahead of it. Those agents are capturing more and more and more market share. So as much as I want to fight it sometimes, I remember when AI a couple of years ago, I'm like, no, I don't want to know. I don't want anything. I don't want to learn another thing. Dang it. Like, it's just too much, whatever. But I'm like, okay, I got to keep up. And now I use it I use Chat GPT more than I use Google. I mean, I'm on there every day, multiple times a day.
I'm
I've
going to
learned how
tell
to use
you,
it for my business.
I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you two shocking things that I learned this past week. No, number one is that less than 4% of all real estate agents worldwide are using video or on YouTube, using video at all.
That's crazy.
Less than 4%. But yet they all want to complain about not doing any business. So, but here's the other thing that I learned is that I just recently talked to a seven-time Icon agent, 7 times, and they were overwhelmed at all the stuff and trying to ask me about how to basically streamline their business and if I could help them. They wanted to hire me to teach them how to do all the not YouTube, but all the AI stuff and all that. So that everything they told me, I need help with this. I said, yeah, AI can do that. Well, I need help with this. Yep, AI can do that. I need help with this. Yep, AI can do that. So all the things that they said, and they're like, "Are you serious?" I mean, I could really cut down. I said, "It basically you could turn ChatGPT into your virtual assistant." And they were like, "Yeah, but I don't want to get vague answers. I want it to talk like me." Yeah, you have to train it, and there's a way to set it up and train it. Well, that's what I need you to do. Well, I can't do that. You have to do it. You have to be the one to train it because you have to answer the questions. But the point is, like Jeff was just saying, there's just so many out there. There's so many tools at your fingertips now that, I mean, you don't have to go out and cold call and door knock and all that other stuff that you used to have to do. And, if you if you wanted somebody's phone number, you had to look through the white pages to get the phone number. You don't have to do that kind of stuff anymore. Everything's literally at your fingertips, and it's,
Think about that right now. I mean, 4%. So 4 out of 100 agents that are actively using YouTube the way they should. You think about that. Even doing that, Will, right there. Talk about setting yourself apart. How many agents are in your market, roughly? Like, how many agents are there? You're muted right now, by the way.
In my market, because I'm like the Metro Detroit area, it's
Sure.
definitely several thousand. I
Okay.
can see that.
3,000-4,000, roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's just say there's 4,000. So what, 4 out of every 100, whatever that would be, what is that? I don't know, 160 agents or something that
Yeah.
are, 160 agents that are actively using YouTube. You could make yourself stand out and be one of those agents, and people from all over the place see that channel. I want to show you guys something real quick because this is it's in a presentation I'm getting ready to do tomorrow. But as far as YouTube, so 2.29 plus billion users, 100 plus countries, 80 languages, 122 million users active on YouTube daily. Second largest search engine. Oops, I got to change that. Second most visited after Google. Over 1 billion hours of video watched a day on YouTube. 1 billion hours a day watched on YouTube. How crazy is that? Video content has persuaded purchases for 82% of individuals. 2024, 89% of consumers desire more video content from brands. 87% of consumers' video quality significantly influences their trust. 84% of consumers feel more motivated to buy a product after watching. Video content gets, 120 to 1,200% more shares than text and image content combined. You just look at all this stuff. It's like, video marketers, 66% more qualified leads per year. Real estate listings with video, 403% more inquiries than those without. I mean, it's just the writing is on the wall. If you're not using it, it's like I'm just telling you, you're getting left behind. So to make yourself stand out and be one of the 160 in Metro Detroit who are actively using it and using it the right way, where Andy can teach you, because most agents, even the ones that are really actively using it, they're not using it the right way. They're not doing the SEO stuff. They're not hashtag. They've got couple hundred subscribers, whereas you could have a couple thousand subscribers. They're not, their videos are getting 10 views, where your videos could get 300 views because you do what Andy tells you to do. It's like, it's just, there's ways to make it stand out, where next thing you know, 6 months from now, a year from now, that's like the hub of your business, and it's just working for you around the clock, 24/7. Like, it's just, that's the power of having something like that and doing it right.
Yeah. So, and most, like you just said, most agents, it's all, as a real estate agent, it's all me, 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 me. Well, guess what? The consumer
Okay.
don't care about you. They care about them. And all they want to know is, I've got a problem. Does this person have the solution? That's all they care about. And so that's the whole concept behind the way that you do the videos and the things that you say. To say the proper things in the video is most definitely, that's probably 90% of it right there, is just to know what to say, so that you don't, make it all about you every single time you pick up that thing and start videoing yourself.
No. Anyway, you're in the right hands, Will. You're in a good place. So don't put a limit on yourself. There's no limit to where you could go with this business. There really isn't.
Hey Jeff, when my wife and I started doing the YouTube, we got our first lead after the third video,
Nice.
and that's because it's what you're saying. They said, "Oh, I like the guy. He's walking around," and so
Yeah, there's just a connection that's made there that, they're not buying that house. They're not looking in that neighborhood. They're not looking in that price range. But they're like, wow, okay, we got to call Caesar. We like this guy,
Yeah, and I really do think whoever doesn't have a YouTube channel is really doing a disservice to themselves and everybody else, because I mean, it takes a little bit of work, but it's gonna pay off big time. So
the leverage you get from it is huge. I mean, you do that video one time and okay, it's a little bit of work putting it together and going out and shooting it and getting it edited and put it up there, but then it's up and it's done and it's still working 2 and 3 years from now. And it's had thousands of people watch it. Like that's 1,000 meetings or phone calls that you would have had to relay that information that you didn't have to do. It took you, 3 hours of putting that video together or whatever.
Yeah, and the content you create on there is evergreen.
Yeah.
So we've got people still commenting on videos that we put out 2.5 years ago. And they're saying, "Hey, it may be like a property or a condo complex or something that we just went and showcased that condo. But the trick to it is we show what it's like to live in that complex, so that because that particular condo is going to be sold in 2 weeks, hopefully, if you've got it listed. So, but the point is you want to show what it's like to live in that area, things that they can't find on Zillow, things that they can't find on Realtor.com. And then is your personality that comes through, and you tell stories. The stories is what sells, so yeah. I mean, we got 2 new YouTube clients this week. One at a $700,000 price point, and one is a listing at 600 grand. And then they're going to turn right around and buy another condo for 750. So that's a $1.3 million swing. So basically $2 million worth of contracts that came in this week through YouTube. So, I mean, and it's that thing, like just, it sits there and works for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it never stops, so it's just, you're duplicating yourself is all you're doing. But anyway, I'll get off my soapbox about YouTube.
It's good stuff. Brad, good to see you. Hello, sir.
Hi. I posted my first 2 videos on YouTube.
There you go. Come on, man.
They're probably terrible.
Oh, no, stop that. No, you can't go wrong on there. Seriously. I mean, you'll get better as you do it more and more, like everything else. But it's content.
Hey, Brad, your terrible video is way better than the other 96% of the agents that have no video.
Oh, well, okay. Point well taken.
Absolutely.
Point well taken.
Well, and Andy, the king of YouTube's on here. Like now it's the consistency of it to stay with it, So it's awesome that you got 2 up there. So that's super good. But now what do you get to do, Andy? 2 a week continually to really get your channel built?
Yeah, we consistently post 1 a week. For sure. But when I first started out, I was doing probably 2 a week. And the only reason why is because, I looked at my biggest competitor in the market and saw that they were doing 1 a week. And I said, well, I just need to do double what they do. So I did 2 a week. Then when they started doing 2 a week, I started doing 3 a week and 4 a week. And, so I mean, the point is, you know, I was just trying to make sure that there's one thing for sure. There may be a lot of people out there that are smarter than I am, but there ain't nobody going to outwork me. You know, so I mean, I was up at 2:30 this morning sitting at this computer working. You know, so I done got to the point where I don't sleep. So people are not going to outwork me. It's just not going to happen. So, you know, and that's kind of the point. And then it's being consistent. If you put on your banner, we put out new videos every week, then you better put out new videos every week. Because if you stop doing it, that's when your channel dies. It will completely just, and your audience will completely leave you.
Well, I guess I should have asked Brad, are you doing this for your funnels just to get 10 of them put together, or are you trying to build your
Yeah.
channel? Both.
Yes. So I've gotten, where the system calls me and I connect and all, and nobody was answering. I mean, nobody. So I went on the funnels thing, not to complain, but just am I doing something wrong? And he said it was Michael Reese who was on that day, and he said, get a dozen videos on and 300 leads and then come back and fuss about it. I said, well, I'm not fussing, but
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
but so that was what I should do. So that's what I'm trying to get.
There you
It
go.
takes a good number. I mean, and Tim has a good, that Excel spreadsheet you've got, Tim, shows it really well. I mean, get 100 leads, and again, 1% are going to close, but it's like the cost per lead is so good. When if I get one closing and it costs me, $5 a lead, and I spent $500 on 100 leads, and I went to closing, I do that 100 times over. I'll drop $500 a pop, like no problem, because I know what I'm getting on the other end of it with the closing. So it's a numbers game. You just keep them coming in, because you're going to find those people that are looking to buy or sell, whether it's now or 6 months from now. A lot of them are going to be a little bit longer term, but you're building that pipeline of people. And as it builds, next thing you know, you got 1, 2, 3 closings a month that are just consistently happening, and you can count on it.
And here's the beauty part of that, Brad, is the compounding effect that if you go through, because you've got access to the YouTube training. So if you go through there and learn everything, how to set up your channel properly, how to make sure you set up those videos properly, and how to actually shoot them, and you do your YouTube channel the right way, while these funnels are working for you, well, then you can take your newest videos, send them to that database, and what you're going to find out is, these funnels close at a 1% conversion, maybe 2 if you pick up the phone and call. If you're calling them consistently, reaching out to them and just hounding them, you're probably going to up your percentage of closing ratio. But our YouTube channel right now, our leads that are coming in, we are at a 47% conversion ratio. 47%. So almost 50% of everybody who calls us from that YouTube channel buys something. Just about every one of them, or half of them anyway. So, I mean, it's phenomenal, and you're going to see, you'll be sitting here a year from now looking up, going, I don't need these funnels anymore. I mean, you may still run them because I still run them, but I mean, the only reason I run them at this point is because I have 4 buyers agents, and so I have to literally feed them leads all the time. And if I don't, then they're going to leave and go somewhere else. So that's the whole point of it is I'm trapped on the hamster wheel of producing leads. So that's the whole reason that I do that. So.
But we're celebrating with you that you got your first 2 done. That's really good.
Awesome.
That's really good. Starting is sometimes the hardest part for people.
Let's all do the wave.
Yeah, we'll do it. It's awesome. So good. Lisa, how are things go? How long have you been with EXP here?
I've been twice with EXP. This is my second time. I left after a couple of years to go back to 100% brokerage, and then I came back in 2023. So I've been here since March of 23.
Okay. So just curious, what had you leave, come back after, being at your 100%?
Well, it finally, clicked with my thick head that, nothing for nothing. So, I was having to pay out of pocket for certain systems and marketing that EXP provides to us. So, the paycheck was bigger, but my, what I was resourcing out
Yeah.
was taking a toll. So it just made better sense. And then the not the rev share. I've not really taken part in rev share. I like the fact that, if I bring somebody over, I could now plug them in, oops,
Yeah.
on the second level with somebody who has systems like you guys do. Um, so there's just the overall business. I'm in my late 50s and I really don't want to be working into my 80s, and so it just makes better sense.
Yeah. And Bill, and talking about the rev share, that really is a great way to just help, in supplementing at the point that you decide you want to retire. You can eat, you know, fairly easily build yourself up to three, four, $5,000 a month. It takes some effort, just like anything, but it doesn't take effort like doing your real estate business, right? So if you just spent, Brent Gove, he's our number one, number two income earner here just on the rev share side. And he says he started out doing 3 hours on Fridays, and that was it. Like that was just his time to talk to agents, showing them EXP, right, for 3 hours a week. And
Right.
now he's making well over $1 million a month in rev share.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So you can build, you know, leading up to that retirement, years where you're not working till you're 80. You really can just build a really nice ongoing monthly income if you want to put a bit of effort into that. And we do Monday and Thursday trainings on that specifically. So we always bring a top agent in from the company that's done well, like Brent was on a month or so ago on Monday. And then on Thursday, we have a couple of our team members that lead, a rev share training on Thursdays.
Perfect. No, I'm on your website now, and I'm really excited to dive in.
Yeah.
Neil, can you unmute yourself?
Hi,
There you go. Hi, how are you? I just wanted to say hello, see how you're doing, see if we can
I'm
help you.
doing fine. Still
Yeah.
going through a lot of training and everything thrown at me.
Yeah, it's a
I
lot. It's a
just,
lot when you first come in. It is a fire.
yeah, I am new and I'm new to everything, right?
Yeah.
So I just joined something called Fast Cap
Okay.
program. Yeah, so it's going to start like in end of this month.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what my broker suggested I should do that, and I said, okay, I'll do that. And he put me into lead generation of Opcity also. And
Nice.
so couple of things I have to do. I ordered my starter pack, all those kind of things.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so moving ahead,
Good for
and
you.
just now
Yeah.
to figure out some few more things about YouTube channel, and then probably start going and creating some videos this weekend. Yeah, that's what
Why you
plan is.
jump in and take action?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I have to start. I, always feel like starting is difficult,
Mm-hmm.
but I got all the equipment, which Andy said that okay, for recording outside, especially the microphones and all those kind of stuff. Yeah.
I just put a link in the chat for the Fast Cap for anybody that has not been a part of that. The next one starts the 29th of this month.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And
That's
then
where I'm part of. Yeah.
yeah, then there's a nighttime one starting November 5th for those who have, part-time jobs, full-time jobs, or just super
Oh, that's the
busy.
night one.
There's a nighttime one that starts November 5th.
Maybe I should join that one instead of that, so that I
Yeah,
can do.
it will free up your day. I mean, well, free up
Yeah.
your day.
Yeah.
You're going to be
That's
busy
the
regardless.
yeah.
I mean, they're going to
But
give you a
still,
lot to do on these. So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
I'm
Let
kind
me
of
check
excited
that.
too. In January they're starting.
But right now I'm 29th one, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I know in January they're starting up a Spanish Fast Cap, so that'll be good.
No, I finish it all.
For those who want that. So
Yeah, exactly.
Hey
I'm
Tim,
holding
I'll give
up.
you a call when we're done. I'm getting texts and stuff on my phone about you're trying to log in and stuff. I think I don't know. I'm guessing it's you. I don't know what's
It's
going on.
Sean. I'm trying to help him while we're all chatting, but
Oh, okay.
if somebody can hit the 19, then that'll get him in.
Yeah.
But Sean, you need to choose try another way in the
I'm doing
bottom
it.
right, and that'll send me a code to my phone, and I'll send it right to you. Is the other way we can do it.
I just hit
Saying
19. So
you did because the email verification code's now going to something at Lou something.com. It doesn't show me the whole thing. So when I tried another way, it's being sent an email. We can do this afterwards, guys.
okay. Yeah, sorry. I thought I saw something on there.
I got the Google verification code as well in my email, but choose the text next time. It'll come straight to my phone, and then I'll broadcast it to the leaders. Whoever needs it then can get it.
Okay.
Make sense?
Think so.
042437.
Okay.
Anybody else have anything today? Anybody want to talk about? I need a haircut.
Me too. Andy just got one. His hair wasn't that short yesterday.
What's a haircut?
I'm getting
heard
one
of
before.
those.
Hey, I
I'm
do
getting
it
one before
myself.
Sunday.
If y'all
There
can't
you
tell.
go, me and Andy.
Is anybody on here beside? I mean, I know the leaders are coming. Anybody on here coming to Florida?
Yeah,
next
that's what I was
week?
gonna
For
ask.
EXPCon? Brad or Bill, you'll be there? Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. Very cool.
Anybody else coming? It's not too late.
Not too late to get your tickets.
Yep. Big party Tuesday night. Freedom Team
Big
cocktail hour.
With some prize corporate people coming to visit us.
Gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
When do you fly in, Tim? You said Monday?
No, Sunday about
Sunday?
6 p.m.
Okay. I get in Sunday as well. We get Sunday afternoon sometime.
Yeah, if it's close to 6, let me know. We can ride over together.
Yeah.
John, you still need a
staying at
ride
the-
from the airport?
Yep.
Good.
Please.
We're making the whopping 3.5 hour drive down, so I think we can make it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tim, I get in at 2:00.
Okay.
So
You want to wait for me?
I'll wait by the pool.
Okay. I'll see you there at 7.
Okay.
Make sure you have beers there for me like I did for you in Dallas.
Oh, Lord.
True.
All right, we've sidetracked here, guys.
No pressure
Does
though.
anybody else have anything else, like any of the agents? But you are missing the fun, as you can hear. So again, it's not too late
always a
to
good
come
time.
to Miami. But we're here for y'all today. This is just open forum. Like, anybody got any questions? Like, you struggling with anything? You have any other wins? Like Brad's 2 videos, which is a big thing to get started on those. I know.
Win. It's a win.
Big win for sure.
I got a question that I've been starting to work on is I spent, and you guys, the leaders of this team know this, but I spent 23 years as a chiropractor, and my social media presence is very non-real estate. And as things have now become, obviously, over the last while, I've just been way behind on getting my social media presence focused on what it needs to be. This may be a thing for when we're in Miami to pick some brains, but rather than everybody else having to listen to here, but I'm just looking for some good ideas as far as starting with showing, agents with referring people within the Freedom Team as my main focus transactionally, and continuing to build agents, build a rev share group like Sean and I have done. I just feel like I'm leaving a whole lot on the table that people don't realize in my very wide circle over the years what I really do anymore, unless they're already with EXP.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
So your question is, how do I start a social channel focused on real estate?
Yeah, my question is first, probably like as simple as it sounds, I really think even just a simple, like major overhaul of my Facebook and Instagram to get, because I mean, if I post something social on Facebook, I've got 4,000 friends and I get comments like crazy, and I feel like I'm wasting too good of an opportunity because I've got a lot of real estate agents in there that I just haven't even called yet. But I also have a lot of people that, if they knew this was what I do, would be calling me to say referrals. And maybe the best thing for this is y'all think about that if you have any ideas, and we can talk about it in Miami.
I've got one.
Hit me.
I would create a big sign, big enough to hold, and in the picture with your face still in it, that says, "I'm in real estate." And I would do a post with that, and I would just explain, I found myself in the precarious situation that most of my friends still think I'm a chiropractor. And I've been in the real estate business for 7.5 years. Love to talk to you about your sales, no matter where in the world they are, because I'm connected to an organization that's got 86,000 agents in 24 countries. Now, personally, I work in the Florida market, whatever Orlando-ish area you're in. I would start with that. Say, please send me anybody looking to buy or sell real estate anywhere in the world. And if you know of an agent that wants to connect with a fabulous company, send me their name too. Just start right there.
I like it.
Good.
It reminded me of when you said hold a sign, like make it all about real estate, but play on how people stand on the corner of signs looking for, whatever money, basically. But make a play on that, but make it real estate related.
We'll list for food.
We'll list.
Yeah, we'll list for food. Like, I'm a realtor. We'll list for set food. We'll buy, we'll sell for whatever.
Where we live,
and I
there's a
think
heavy VRBO market, and there's these people sitting outside of our exit out into the real world that are always the beggars. I'll just stand with one of them.
I think they're everywhere for sure.
And to
the
Kathy's
thing
point,
that came to my, oh, go ahead. Who is that?
To Kathy's point, that take that same sign and throw it up and down and catch it 20 times and get somebody to video you doing that, and then cut it up to where you don't see the times you dropped it and all that, and post that as a video another time.
Yeah.
Just have fun with it.
Yeah.
I'm doing this to educate you people that, and I've done a terrible job for 7 years telling you I'm in the real estate business. So watch out. You're going to learn it real fast.
Yeah. Watch out. Here I come.
Send me your referrals and send me your agents looking to connect.
So after that would be the first thing I do. However you decide to make the announcement, whether you decide to take any of those crazy ideas or not. But,
crazy gets views.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Then it's all about educating. Bill, it's really just putting some value tips out there, maybe putting some of the testimonials that we've gotten over time, right? Putting a testimonial out here or there. What are tips that agents would want to know, especially if you got a lot of agents on your Facebook group, like you just said, or page, like you just said, right? What are things that would make people drawn to you that are in the real estate space?
Is your main focus on agent attraction or production as well?
So it has been agent attraction that has really been from the start. And that I can fill you in later on, Andy. But I feel like at the same time, I've got so many people that if they knew I was in real estate, I don't necessarily want to be their one handle in the transaction, but I could refer to people within Freedom Team all day long.
Yeah. The reason I asked that is because, I discovered something a couple of days ago that I did not realize, like if you're wanting to focus on the socials, Facebook, Twitter, or X, whatever it is, Instagram, TikTok, all that, go check out on YouTube. Go to YouTube and type in the search and look at there's two people I want you to look at. Look at Mike Sherrard. He's really big on Facebook and teaches you how to do all the Facebook stuff for free. And Frank Kern, and that's Kern, Frank Kern. And he teaches you how to build a brand on the socials, and he really deep dives into it. Now he's all of his videos have a purpose. He's trying to sell you a program, which you don't need.
Right.
The program that he's using all the stuff can be easily done in Chat GPT, but he is he's like Michael Reese on steroids, believe it or not. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Awesome. Good suggestions. I'll be making some
Well, and a
changes
side
today.
note, I had a conversation with Kelly this morning, and she's been talking to this girl that's a social media, really a real social media guru, not somebody that says they aren't or that they are. And you may just give her a buzz and just say, hey, let me know how that goes for you, because I think they're just starting to do some things together.
Got it. Cool. Thank you, guys.
Cool.
And while you're at EXP do some lives.
There
I'm
you
here
go.
at an amazing real estate conference in Miami with 5,000 of my closest real estate friends. Just start putting stuff out there. That's
There you
all
go.
it's going to take.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
That's good.
And if
Cool.
you don't want to do live, at least do the recordings and get somebody cut it up and then post it for you later.
Right.
Repurpose that on all the channels.
I got no problem doing live. We'll go with it.
The lives
right,
get
so
seen more. I found that out a couple of days ago. The lives get seen way more, and especially if you get engagement, like you have people liking it or even disliking it. Engagement's engagement. But
Yeah.
then YouTube, I mean, not YouTube, I'm stuck on YouTube, but Facebook starts to put it out in front of other people when they
Yeah.
realize, that people are paying attention.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I had a
Awesome.
video that I did the other day, and then it was actually my story. And so, have y'all seen this? So it went like it was kind of an overlay on the video over after it was up for 2 or 3 days, and it said engagement, and it said had a up arrow, and it had like 43%. And then yesterday on that on I don't remember if it was that one or a different one, but it had my views. That's what it was. My views are down 23% on that. So it is actually just showing you that right there on your main Facebook page on some of your videos that you're shooting. Or that was a story. So I don't know if it only does it on the stories or whatever. But I was like, okay, that's cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but what Tim said is a fantastic idea. You're fixing to be around some amazing training,
Yeah.
great conference, even shooting the fun on Tuesday night that we're going to be having and what we're going to be doing. Like you can get so much amazing content. We all can. Amazing content there.
Something real quick to think about, keep in mind, everybody, is just, you can, if any of your friends on Facebook, if you know anybody in the country, anybody anywhere who is looking to buy or sell, reach out to me. Let me know.
Yeah.
I'm not limited to Colorado Springs, Colorado, and whatever. And you can get referrals going from people because we all have friends out there on Facebook that are looking to buy or sell, or they know somebody who is. And if you just put that out there enough where they start thinking about you, not just for where you are, well, you can't help me because I'm in Indianapolis and you're out there in Colorado Springs. No, I can help you. I can connect you with the best agent in town. Promise you.
That's
Whatever. And we can do that and we can make those connections and get the referrals. I mean, there's lots of ways to just market that if we do it right.
It hit me because I've got a couple that are moving from Texas. They were patients of mine that are moving to Ohio. And we've got a girl that's in their little town they're moving to, who's in the Freedom Team, and reached out to her and sent that referral. And I went, man, I've been wasting a whole lot of contacts that I've got in every state. I've lived way too many places that I've got people I know in way too many places to not take advantage of that, So I appreciate that. You guys are awesome.
Hey,
That's why I love the Freedom Team.
Not that I want to get back on my soapbox with YouTube, but I will tell you another thing that it does for you is that I personally got 2 referrals from EXP agents way out of state. One from Montana and the other one from, I think it was New England, I think. But I haven't filtered through them yet, but to figure it out. But I got 2 referrals this weekend when I called them and asked them what made them call me, and they said, "Oh, we saw your YouTube channel. We think you're fantastic, and they're wanting to move to your area, so we called you."
Nice.
I love that.
Bill, on a
Well, let's end on this.
Yeah,
We
Tim
all
was-
need a
hold on a
picture.
minute, Kathy. Hold on.
Oh.
Tim's been trying to say something. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Tim.
Bill, on a side note, I would somehow get a database built of all the people you know outside of Florida, and call every one of them or text every one of them and say, I don't know if you know this, but I was a chiropractor for 23 years, but the last 7 I've been in real estate. I joined one of the largest independent real estate brokerage in the world, and I'm looking to grow. Who do you know in your area that you could connect me with that's a really awesome agent? And you will attract that way.
Yep.
The same thing Sean did when he called. Well, no, Sean didn't do that with Jay, but you get the point.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Jay and Ashley teach that all the time.
Yep.
It's a great conversation opener, and that agent's going to take your call because you're going to reference their client, which is
Right.
your friend in their city.
Yeah.
The first thing you're going
Love
to
it.
do, man, Mary, she just bragged and bragged and bragged about it. You said you've been doing business together for 20 years. You bought like 5 houses together, and she just went on. So, man, kudos. Congratulations. She really said great things about you. Listen, the reason I called you today, and bridge and convert.
Love it.
But you can do that to get referrals, and you can do that to get agents.
Love it. Awesome.
Starts with a list.
Starts with the list. I know a guy who gave a great video about how to make a list. That's awesome.
I think I've seen that.
I've seen that. He's a handsome fellow.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. That's good.
That's awesome.
I was
Y'all
just
rock.
going to say, finishing up, everybody needs to have a picture of themselves like Will. That's awesome.
I know.
I
That's
know, I like
awesome.
I love that. That's so good, Will. If you're listening.
Love that.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right, everybody. Well, we're a little bit over. Everybody have a great day. And I look forward to some surprise show ups from this call in Miami. So we'll be there next week. And just as a reminder, none of our Freedom Team calls are going on next week because we're going to be all the leaders will be down there. So we will be back the following Monday. What day is that, y'all? The 27th?
Yeah.
Anyway, the following Monday, not next week.
I tell you what I'm hearing. I'm hearing free adjustments on the back and the neck from Bill.
I'll bring a portable table.
And
There you go.
free beer from Jeff. I mean, what else can you ask for?
What else can we do to entice y'all?
I will adjust for beer. I'm not above that.
Thanks, everybody.
See you guys. Have a
Bye,
good day.
Bye, y'all.